I am coming to you with this week's read, and I just wanted to say hi. So, Ella and I just went on a run, and I didn't want to get dressed up because it's really hot. She's in front of the fan right here, but I wanted to do a read for you for this week. So, this is the 23rd through the 29th, okay? And we are talking some very poignant. Um, uh, mm, can be challenging type of energies that are playing out because there's three squares against the North Node in Aries and Pluto in Capricorn, which a square is where there's going to be tension and it's a pressing or a pressure points that are it's like um, it's like pushing something to do something, pushing someone to do something, pushing something to happen, to take a leap of faith in some direction. To it's just this huge amount of pressure. Imagine trying to squeeze something that doesn't quite fit into a hole, um, and what is that? A square peg in a round hole or a circle. I don't know what it is. Anyways, uh, that's that energy. So, and it's back to back to back. There's three of them on the 25th, 26th, and 28th of July. And so these are going to be huge transformational moments where there's there's the energy that's aligned for things to happen, whatever's happening in your life or with the people around you or your person, um, or your person's situation in life and kind of what's happening there. Uh, uh, so it'll happen on the 25th, and it'll be kind of like this. It'll be that initial pressure, and then if nothing is done, then come like the 26th, the next day there's going to be even more pressure, and then by the 28th is when the pressure is just at its like all-time high. Um, so that's a big deal because if it doesn't get done on the first try, or somebody's still holding back, or there's a situation that hasn't quite resolved, then it's the energy is going to be aligned on the 26th for that, and then again on the 28th. So anyway, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to explain it. Yeah, but and I'm tired. Sorry. We went on a really long run, and it was so good, but it was so sweaty and hot. And then I always stop at the lake and at the beach, sorry, and then let Nala swim. And she was having a good old time, so she's tired. Okay. All right, so let's look at. So we talked about the squares, right? Let's look at the energy that is going to be affecting the read along with those squares. Maybe what let's find out what is going to be, what are these squares going to be um, pressing or pressurizing, pushing forward, trying to get movement on. Let's do that. Okay. So show me what this week, July 23rd through 29th, show me what situations or events or what energy the current transits are trying to push forward, or I'm tired. Sweet. She's such a good girl. I just take her the entire time off the leash and she's super good. Okay. Wow. All right. This is a lot. So Gemini energy. So this is about communication. Can you guys see that? I hope so. Kind of weird going against the sun like this. 10th house. So this is about career. Okay. So pushing for communication. Could be about status and recognition, career. First house is about self. Okay. Now the sun is in Leo. So we're talking powerful shift from Cancer season to Leo season, and the shift for self no matter, where it is in your chart. So if, let's say, so I have Leo in Venus, and Leo in Venus for me would be just a powerful romantic love energy. So these energies that are going to play out this week are going to be pressing on some part um, of my Venus, because with power, because Leo is in my chart. Leo is in Venus. Sorry, my I'm sitting on my feet. Okay, so let's see, ascendant. This is, so your ascendant, so your rising sign. Okay, so this is about your impact, like how you come across, your appearance to others, and people that are around you or within business. And fire. So this has a lot to do with the North Node in Aries. This has a lot to do with pressing forward, that pressure, that go get 'em type of energy. So these are the things that it's really going to be focused on. So we've got communication, career and reputation, recognition, being recognized, the self, who you are, so strengthening relationships, strengthening communication, strengthening yourself. Also, what matters is what I'm getting from the ascendant card. What matters? You know, it, does it really matter what it looks like to somebody else? Because essentially what we do in our lives are our business and nobody else's. I mean, at least that's my opinion. But we all know how Jen feels about that. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to start with Aries, and I'm not going to pull the cards off the table. Steve's Love Tarot. He's so funny. He is so against timestamps. So I said, okay, well, fine. I'll try it your way. And I'm going to put all the signs out here because you have 9 out of 12 of about 9 out of 12 of the zodiac signs. And they're angles, actually, that we named as humans, right? And, but so if I'm talking about Leo, that can resonate, and it just depends on where Leo is in your chart. You'll notice that a lot of the energy is the same, or that it is pretty close. It's just different angles of that energy. And that's why it's important to pay attention to all the signs. I've had all of them resonate pretty much all the time for me. So, because you have to take into consideration what's in your North Node, what's in your South Node. So I would watch them all, and I'm not going to put timestamps because I'm going to try and follow the way that Steve's Love Tarot, because he is just a king when it comes to energy, and the way that he pulls all the energy together. So this is new for me. This is going to be a newbie. But we're going to try. We're going to see. Pushing me to do something different, right? Pushing me to be a little different. Okay. All right. So what do we have for Aries? So Aries, 9 of Wands. Okay. So, actually, I'm gonna grab 2 from here and then 1 from there. Is how we're gonna do it. Well, or 3. Geez. Okay. Aries, for you, okay. So this week for you, Aries, I do believe that there is going to be, you got the 8 of Coins, which is 8 of Pentacles, and the World card. You're closing cycles. There might be people around you with obsessions, or there could be, this is you. This is your energy. This is pushing you to complete some things, to close up some cycles, to deal with maybe some things you've been hung up on with the devil. Okay. Um, this is some Capricornian energy that is prevalent with your angle. And this is about addictions or coping or things that you've been hung up on in regards to a job or holding back, having your guard up in taking hold of some of these issues that are causing you to not close up this cycle and move on into the new energy. I think that there's been something that has been holding you back. There's been a stuck, oh wow. Okay, so there's been a stuck energy. And this focus of this devil is, it almost looks like a lion and a devil, but his focus, he's completely focused. See. And then can you see that blue star right there? From my angle, when I look at it, I mean, it's just completely, it's like the most bright element of this card. And blue is about throat chakra. So I very much believe that you are going to be, and okay, so speaking of communication, right? You are going to be pressed this week, pushed, encouraging yourself. Universal energies are going to be encouraging you to work on um, your communication and speaking up, maybe defending yourself in regards to a job, work, money, and moving on. It's going to be pressing you to bring that guard down. Is what this is saying. Okay, so and then let me just clarify real quick with. I gotta put these up here because I'm gonna run out of table space. Sorry, I keep shifting. My feet go to sleep though, but I like to be higher up. I don't like to be sunk so far down. If you guys would like the video and if you guys have any comments, I would love to know how y'all got involved with tarot and maybe suggestions on what you're looking for. You can either email me or you can put it in my comments below, but I'd like to start interacting with you guys. I think I accidentally set a premiere up and it was starting to go live and it freaked me out because I wasn't going live. I had already done the video. So, but it made me kind of think, well, I need to really start thinking about going live and interacting with y'all because I mean, it gets lonely over here in tarot world without talking to y'all. And I've had so many people email me, talking to me that way, and then even some comments from some older videos. And I love talking to you guys and the collective, my soul tribe. So if you guys want to put comments or let me know what kind of reads you're looking for, where you're at on your journeys, you can also, talk to each other. Anybody who wants to troll or negative comments, I'm just going to block and just not make a big deal out of it. Because obviously we don't want that energy in the chat, but or in the comments. Everybody's journey is specific to themselves and what they're dealing with, even though we're dealing with kind of the same energy. But I would love to hear from you. And if you guys want to talk to each other, feel free to use my comment section to support each other and help each other along this journey because we're all just trying to get through it, right? Okay, what is this about for Aries? One more shuffle. Oh, okay. So this could be in regards to inner child work or closure. It says ending cycles, so peace, and then regarding a new home or where you feel comfortable, maybe a new job because you don't feel at home where you're at, or you might be moving. Um, Home, peace, being comfortable, feeling like you belong, feeling like you yeah, like you belong. And again, I still think that this has this new living arrangement, is what stands out here, and ending cycles, allowing things to happen, surrender to the divine, allowing things to happen as far as like your job or your home situation. And yeah, so that's what's going to be pressed upon this. I mean, and you know, I could be wrong. It could be about relationships or whatever. However, you've got the Pentacles here as the center card, and dealing with homes. If it's an actual house, I mean, it's money and where to live, and maybe moving and all of that. You know, that takes funds. But finding peace where you want to land. So that looks good. Okay, moving on to Taurus. Chris, what do we have for Taurus for July 23rd through the 29th? I better move this along. I'm already on 15 minutes. Okay, what do we have for Taurus? Oh, you know what? I wanted to pull a money card too. So I'm going to try and just pull one. They don't pop out. So this is Taurus. I'll come back and do your money card, Aries. But Taurus. So Taurus, you have a choice in regards to somebody. There's four people here. Are you choosing between four people? Or there could be two couples. There's a snake in the midst. Four choices. This just screams interference, or somebody's trying to be sneaky, and you're trying to make a decision. You or your person are trying to make a decision about something this week, and it's going to really this is going to be, these squares are going to kind of push maybe you to do something, make a decision about something, go in a direction, maybe make a decision about this snake. Oh, here. I hope you guys can see those. So, okay, what is this? So the only reason that Aries, so I don't get comments about this, but the only reason that Aries got 5 cards is because they fell out. So whatever falls out, I'll take, but I'm just trying to take one of each of these, a tarot card, an oracle for clarification, and then I'll grab a money card. So what is this about for Taurus? So looks like, you know what? I'm going to have to take 2 for tarot, because the way the universe works, it's usually a 0, is it 010, 011. The way to read the cards is usually middle, left, right. So without another one is kind of awkward. I don't know. So, but there's going to be a choice. You have a choice socially, or about what's the other choice. If social's on one end, justice, making something fair in regards to, maybe this is about a friendship. Maybe the choice about maybe what to do. Maybe there's a friendship that's getting in the way of or of like business, or of money, or in a legal aspect. There's some type of making a fair decision in regards to being spontaneous and doing something, up and doing something. And I think that that's what's going to be pressed upon this week is, for you, the pressure with these squares is pushing you to be spontaneous and just go for it, and just and do it. Okay, so I'm going to get a career card or money card for Aries and Taurus. Aries, this is your money card. Just to give you an idea this week, in case this is Pentacles, right? All right, what do we have for Aries for money this week? What information, what message do you want me to get? What is it with you, Aries? 3 cards, really? Okay, well, obviously you need these messages. So, comfort. Okay, weren't we just talking about home and peace and comfort? I said comfort. That's cool. So, comfort. You will be living comfortably. You're entering the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. Oh, I just did a video about balancing dark and light. Did you guys see that? If you go back one video, my light started freaking out every time I showed the jealousy, the dark devil like eyes jealousy card. Every time I turned it around, my light faded in and out. It was so strange. Change. There's a change for the better coming. I told you that this closing up cycles, going into a new energy. Just because you don't see any movement doesn't mean nothing is happening. Sometimes to see change, you must be the change. Okay, so counselor, maybe time for some emotional healing of your own, release the past. Potentially careers in counseling, psychic work, or energy healing may appeal to you. This is energy healing, podcasts or energy healing. Um, you know, just a lot of the YouTubes are about, how to better yourself, empowering. Um, your mental or emotional troubles should be your mental or emotional troubles could be blocking your abundance. So this is about changing some of these things that you might be comfortable in that might not be good for you, and looking at the bigger picture, because in doing so, it's not only going to change your abundance with, like your life and relationships, but also your money. Okay. All right. So, money card for Taurus. Okay. So, oh, whoa. Okay. I'm not taking 500 cards and it didn't fall on the table, but this one did. Celebrate. You've accomplished so much and will accomplish much more. Take some time off and celebrate your success. There may be unforeseen increase in your income. So that's good, Taurus. Maybe through this change, well, and justice, right? This could be about money, legal case, Libra energy here, Gemini energy here. This could be about, and that's both, they're both, so Gemini is about the twins, right? And justice is about equal give and take. Maybe that's what this decision is going to be, is, what type of equality and reciprocity are you going to make some decisions about and push forward, Taurus? So that looks really good. All right, moving on to Gemini. Gems. Move these over here. Gems. What's up for gems this week, July 23rd through 29th? How long is this? Oh, yeah. Move it along, Jen. Okay. Oh, Gemini, you're up here. So big on your sign. You're the only sign that came out. So communication, I feel, this week for you, because this is highlighting it in the cards that I pushed up. I brought out originally. So, okay, so this is like, so again, talking about like what Steve was talking about, how everything plays off of each other in regards to the signs and the angles. And so we just talked about reciprocity, Taurus angle, and Gemini, you get the Six of Coins, which is about equal give and take, about reciprocity, communication about money, maybe this week. Hopefully I'm not sitting too far down, but all right. What do you have for Gemini? What is this Six of Coins about? Oh, I said I was going to take two. I'm a mess today, guys. I'm sorry. Get it together, Jen. I need to take two, because if I'm only taking one, then that won't be enough to really give you a good idea of what's happening. So what is the Six of Coins? Six of Coins and then Seven of Coins. So about money, investment. This is the right time. Actually, so I get like there's been some holding back there. Either you or your person are just kind of this stagnant energy. But if you're going from Six Coins or Six of Pentacles to Seven of Pentacles, there is some movement that potentially could be happening, which makes sense because of those cards, right? So that's good. So let's find out what this is about. And this will go, if you pull cards, it goes middle, left, right. All right. And this is about for Gemini. Oh, so now this is lovers return, reconciling, family overcoming, friendship strengthen, reunions, and forgiveness. So, all right. So equal give and take, maybe taking action, maybe something has been unfair in a relationship, and there's going to be communication about this relationship. And um, so, Gemini, you could be giving this communication, or you could be, yeah, and it's about a partnership. There's two stars here. It's about a partnership and coming maybe back together. Maybe this is a business partnership, or just finally making a decision about what's going to be fair in regards to this situation, but coming back together and kind of leaving the past in the past. Whatever has happened, the past doesn't exist anymore. So moving on to, a brighter future. Yeah, let's see. Money. We have, so maybe expect communication. I think there's going to be communication for everybody this week because that's the first card that came out. So, and it might be fiery communication. So watch thy wordage. All I'm saying, it's just my advice. That's all. Okay. So what is this for Gemini as far as money this week? What? These aren't upside down. Nope, they're not. But this came. Why would this come upside down? I don't like taking upside down cards. I don't think that this is upside down. I'm going to read it right side up, and the reason why is because communication is here, speaking about the fact that there is very likely communication this week, or you're going to be communicating with somebody, and maybe this is okay. I get it. Thank you. So this is saying that for you to make progress with your money and your abundance and your prosperity, okay, this is going to take you pressing forward, like I talked about with this energy, and communicating and to get your message across, standing up for yourself, telling people what you want, telling people what you think is fair, getting noticed. So gems, this could be about if you want to start a platform, or if you want to be on YouTube, if you want to do something with your voice that says get your message heard and get noticed. You have much to share with the world. Consider careers in radio, public relations, and anything in communications. The only thing holding you back is your inability to speak your truth. So that's exactly what it's saying. Going from this of holding back to it's time for you to speak your truth about whatever this issue is: money, business, partnerships, friendships, situationships, family, whatever. That's what that's saying. Cool. Okay. All right. Moving on to Cancers. Oops. Here. Okay. What's up for Cancer? Okay. I'm just happy that I'm leaving all the energies out on the board. He says timestamps are ridiculous because you should watch all the signs because they affect you somehow, instead of just going to like one that you are like hyper focused on. I mean, I guess I can see his point, but okay. We have for Cancers for July 23rd through the 29th. Thank you. Okay, this is about communication. This is about, and we're talking about communication with Gemini energy. I think that is probably the primary energy. If you're on this timeline, it's possible. The alignment is there, the energy is available, and it's lined up perfectly for there to be communication. Okay. I can't guarantee that you're going to get messages this week. That's impossible. Nobody can guarantee that. But this is about you getting a message. Okay. Now it's going to be just small communication, maybe. Why is the Page of Coins here for Cancer? A lot of these, let's see, a lot of these messages so far have been about, it's stability more than just like money, stability and security, and pushing yourself into a place that you feel more comfortable. Could be dealing with this fire element. And the 3 points of that triangle, there could be some type of business triangle, love triangle, family triangle of a situationship that is, being pressed upon this week. Why the Page of Coins? So somebody has been sneaky. Somebody is not being honest. I'm going to get one more to kind of clarify, but Page of Swords and Seven of Swords is about maybe there's not going to be very clear information or a clear message. This is going to be a message that might be a little muted, I'm hearing. Maybe somebody's not speaking up in truth about the way that they feel or the way they see things, or how they foresee moving forward. Okay, so what is this about for Cancer? The Page of Coins and Seven of Swords. Yeah. Trickery. I'm hearing. What? I might have to get another one to sleep. No phone in bed, nightmares, pay attention to your dreams, different pillow, mattress, cleanse space. I need another one. I don't know what you're trying to, thank you. Okay, this is not making sense to me. This says gather, attending a party, host a get together, accept the invitation. It will be fun and community. No, I do not understand. I am blocking, like, I don't know why I'm having a block with this. Hopefully you guys are making sense of this. I think I got it. Okay. I think this is saying not to, like, when this invitation comes about, and I need to make sure I'm giving them the correct message. I'm sorry, but I don't want to give them that message unless it's accurate. But if there's some type of invitation to maybe speak your truth or speak up or address any type of trickery or lies or deception, or just getting real about a situation or communication or information, to not sleep on it, to not if you're given an opportunity to do something this week, Cancer, it's saying take that opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity. Okay. Now clarify if I've got that message right, please, because I don't know why you're giving me these messages when I'm tired. Yeah, temperance. So temperance is about being patient and harmony and about balance. And I very much believe that's what that's saying is take this moment to maybe forgiveness of if there's been past situations that haven't been honest, or um, just don't disregard a potential opportunity that might be coming up to have some communication, to get together, um, to maybe come together for healing purposes, is what that's saying. Okay. So, all right, we are going to look at your money, Cancer. That was rough. Don't give those messages to me right now because I am not feeling on par. Okay, so setbacks. Your attempts to increase your income have been largely unsuccessful. This financial setback is forcing you to get more organized with your finances. Don't lose hope. Use this time to learn from your mistakes. So maybe this week there's going to be some type of financial hindrance, maybe that it's saying it might set you back a little, but don't let it set you back permanently. Use it as a stepping stone, a building block to learn and not, I guess, make that mistake again. So there might be some type of disappointment, but don't let it hold you back. I don't feel that, at least my collective of people, they're, very much go-getters. And I don't think that that's going to hold you back. It's just a learning moment, right? It's pressing you to learn something about, maybe rethink about money, the way that your relationship with money. All right. So what do we have for, on time, 37 minutes. Okay. So what do we have for Leo? Happy birthday, Leo. It was my hair. It was just Cancers birthday month. It still is. Happy birthday to the last of the Cancers for July into August. But happy birthday to the early Leos, the Lions. Okay, what do we have for Leo for the 23rd of July through the 29th? Let me do that, and then I have to pick it up. You got your card. Look at that. The sun. The sun is very much about a Leo energy, is about, the strength card is your card, but the sun is very much attributed to that Leo energy, that that highlighting power, that powerful, forceful movement forward, or strength, bravery. The sun is about shining and about potential. Okay, so that's good. Happiness is going to be something that is on focus this week for you. Knight of Pentacles, steady, stable movement forward, energy forward, positive, in a positive direction. That's great, Leo. What a great way to start out your season, right? Let's find out what it's about. So the sun is in Leo, obviously, because we're in Leo season. The Lionsgate portal 8/8 is coming up. The full moon is happening the 3rd of August. It's right out of the gate, right? So there's a lot of activity. There's always a lot of activity transit wise, but if you are plus, then you take on like the North Node and that in Aries, plus the Venus in retrograde, which I think lasts until September. which dulls the ego so that we can, with this energy, we can use this to just give us this bravery that maybe we hadn't had for a long time, or if ever, in this certain situation, or with these new ways of living life with this new energy that we're in, right? So the Sun and Knight of Coins this week for you, Leo. Knight of Pentacles. Why do I feel like pulling that one? Okay, I don't want this card. They're intermixed here, but it says time. It will happen in the near future. Well, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna actually take the top card. So, and I'm not going to put it down because I got to show you, but okay. So this is probably why there is this Sun card here, is because you are overcoming something in your life that has been holding you back. And with this energy and you being a Leo and the Sun now in Leo, which is so perfect for how that shuffled out. Tarot is perfect. You can you see that? You are overcoming some type of obstacles, either spiritually, a current major issue for you. You will find a solution. Lessons learned, cycles closed. Good job, Leo. Nice. You're going in that direction. This energy, again, you might not be on this timeline. This might have already happened for you and you're still dealing with this energy. This energy might play out over time as well. There's always new energy that's adding upon this that gets us to the point that we're supposed to be getting to, right? So, which is moving in the direction of our destiny. What do you have for Leo for money? What's happening for Leo this week for money? Say yes to the things you think you can't do. Is that not what we were just talking about? Overcoming. Do you see what I'm saying? Tarot is perfect the way that it all comes out. Unless there is a magic way to shuffle out certain cards, which I wouldn't want to know. But yeah, so okay, I'm not going to go any further with that. I'm being called to just leave that. So this week, if you don't think that you can do something, stop for a minute and just hone in on who you really are, you being a Leo, pressing forward, going for it, being in a stable direction, trying it, because it might turn out better than you thought. The fear right now might not be valid regarding a situation. If you press forward in that situation, the situation turns out even better because the energy that you were fearing in has changed to encompass that and change your feelings about it, the outcomes. And most of the time, us as humans fear things that will never even come about and come to fruition in our lives, honestly. So nice. Good job, Leo. That's awesome. I'm glad I could give you that message at the start of your season. So say yes this week to something. I mean, make your own decisions, make your own choices, but say something or say yes to something that you intuitively believe might be leading you into a greater future for yourself. Okay. All right. Moving on to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. How you been? It's been a minute, eh? I keep thinking that I have a bug in my hair, but I think it's just the ground showing through. All right, so Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? July 23rd through the 29th. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. This is my favorite, one of my favorite cards in the deck. This is about complete emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, financial happiness. So this is all family. Okay, what about the Ten of Coins for Virgo this week? Pressing forward towards your Ten of Pentacles. You're going in the right direction, I'm hearing. Trying to achieve this. Oh yeah, King of Wands taking action in the right direction. Taking that action as a King of Wands for your Ten of Pentacles, what you believe to be your complete, fulfillment in life, right? So let's see what this is about. Again, a lot of stability, security, abundance, prosperity, being focused on this week with all these pentacles. There's been pentacles in what, almost. This is home. Yeah, pentacles there. Not so much Taurus, but the Libra. Legal is usually about money. Pentacles there, pentacles there, pentacles there, pentacles there. So we're talking about like prosperity and abundance and future endeavors. Thank you. Oh, look at that. And you got 2, unblock your success. So by taking this action towards your Ten of Pentacles, it's either going to take you unblocking blockages, removing things that are in your way, signing paperwork. Paperwork's going to be approved, released from legal obligations. So you might have this Taurus energy in your chart or dealing with Taurus, but release from legal obligation, things go smoothly, and this brings you success in this action. Either you're taking this action for this to happen, for your Ten of Pentacles, or through this, you're able to take action towards your. Okay. So let's get you a money card. What's happening for Virgo's money this week? Oh, I swear, I love sitting on my knees, but I can't do it very well. Okay. You're just gonna have to get used to me going back and forth. All right, what do we have for? Nope. Thank you, though. Reject. Okay. What do we have for Virgo's money? Justice. Oh, I told you. So this is justice right here in Taurus. So there's going to be justice. Something in your life needs to be brought into alignment. Your career may be in law, such as police, military, in courts, or the criminal justice system. Be sure to be honest and ethical in money matters, or you'll face the consequences. Don't be shady. And you never win. You never win. Put it out there as it is, truth in everything. But this is saying that there's going to be justice that is brought about in some way. Maybe that you didn't see coming because they're blindfolded. There's going to be justice for you, Virgo. Things are coming into alignment for you. And those are all good cards. So that looks really good for you this week. Okay, so moving on to Libra. What is happening for Libra July 23rd through the 29th? This energy. So these things might look at the beginning of the week as challenging, some of these issues maybe scattered throughout, but it's pushing you to either learn a lesson, learn something that'll help you grow, or it's pushing through something maybe that you didn't think was going to, play out the way that you wanted. So what do we have for Virgo? Okay, Virgo. You got the Strength card. So this is Leo energy, strength, and wow, two majors out of two cards. That means this week is hugely transformational for you. Major arcanas are about the universe making the play, and you just sitting back riding the wave. Essentially, this is turning things in your favor, giving you the strength to be able to do something, um, being able to have the bravery and courage to press forward, like we've talked about in this energy, and go for something that, or maybe there's something that's happening around you that you're going to actually have the strength to get through. You're going to have the understanding and the courage and the know-how to proceed forward. So what is this about for Libra this week? Things turning in your favor, Wheel of Fortune, lucky blessed week, holding strong, being strong, giving you the strength to make a decision, to press forward, to process, I guess, what's taking place, maybe. Oh, right. So this is about movement. This is about moving forward and about um, having the, that's such a old word, gumption, but that's what came to me, having the guts and glory to move forward somehow. Maybe there was maybe there was a car accident, or there was ticket that has something to do with transportation, or an accident that happened with a car, or something with a car, or moving forward, or things being restoring of a situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be a car, but restoring a situation by moving towards taking action towards it, maybe. So that looks, with two majors out of two cards, and they're both really good cards. So that looks amazing for you. Okay, so let's look at your money. So that's happy news for Libra. I think this is about movement, moving somewhere, because I see the wings on here on the lion, which is about powerful. And this is about movement, shifting, right? There's wings here about flight. Maybe you're going to take a flight. Maybe you're going to go travel somewhere, visit somebody. But Leo is about bravery and courage to do something, which is about taking that action. And actually, the Strength card, what I have learned, the Strength card is actually a forward moving card, like the Chariot, but the Strength card is actually a more powerful, which makes sense, it being Leo. So that, and then the ride. So all of this is screaming forward movement, or action being taken, or pressing, moving on, pressing forward with a trip or vacation, or moving, actually moving, but just changing. So how does this affect Libras in the money sector? Geez, what is it with you? This week's energy favors you heavily. So luck with money, really? Luck, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I tell you, tarot is perfect. Let me read it to you. Wow, Libra. Your luck is about to change for the better. You could get a lucky break from some financial breakthrough. Anything you do now will be very, very prosperous for you. Manifest like a mother in this energy. Wow. So nice for you, Libra. Everyone wants to be Libra, raise your hand. Actually, I have Libra in my in my rising, so um that would be nice. Yeah, good luck is always positive. However, I'm a Cancer too, so and that's the setback card. So I'll be dealing with something this week. Who knows? Who knows? But whatever. Deal with something all the time. Something else to learn from. Okay, so nice. What are we moving on to? Scorpio. Who are we moving on to? Scorpio. What's up for Scorpio this week, July 23rd through the 29th? Okay. Scorps. What do we have going for you? King of Cups. Okay. That's actually your card in the Minor Arcana. Oh, so you are getting confirmation, clarity, information, messages, understanding something correctly, in regards to maybe somebody who's been holding back emotionally or who hasn't told you how they feel, or you haven't understood how they felt. They haven't understood how you felt about a situation. What is this in regards to? Could very well be emotions, feelings. The King of Cups has complete control over their emotions. And so, but there's an understanding of maybe why this has this person or this situation has been held back. What is this about for Scorpio this week? So social media, open online business, more activity, online dating, finding old friends and fake accounts. There's something you're going to find out some information about somebody or something. Maybe that you're going to find something online potentially, or you're going to find, yeah, you're going to find something online. Something maybe about this King of Cups. It's information that gives you clarity. So the Ace of Swords is good. Not guaranteeing that what you find is maybe what you want to see or what you want to find, and be careful when you go out searching for things. I mean, there's always that possibility that it might trigger you. But you're going to be getting clarity this week. So that's good, right? What about Scorpio's money? What do we have for Scorpio for money? Interesting. Recognition. Maybe you're getting recognized on through social media about something. Your money is looking good and solid. Whatever you are working on now will win you the respect of others. You could earn a leadership position or get the recognition you deserve. So that's awesome. That's great. Maybe you're getting some information about a direction that you're wanting to go regarding starting a business online. And maybe this is a business partner, this King of Cups. Maybe um, you've been, you've really, this has been something that's been emotional for you, and you're really having to kind of pull it into balances in regards to, oh yeah, because there's two of these birds. Okay, so balancing out information that you find, balancing out not just it being emotional, but using the logic and communication and this drive and this press forward to maybe push yourself to start that platform or start an online business. But it's the universe is supporting you. It's saying that you're going to be recognized, continue on in that same direction. Um, yeah. And there's going to be more activity. You might even come across new soulmates or people in your life that help advance you in this sector, whatever this is for you. So um, that's great, actually. That's good. That recognition card really changed things as far as, kind of what this week's, what am I doing? This week's mood will be for you. Okay, so moving on to Sagittarius. We have for Sag for the week of July 23rd through the 29th. Oh, so I'm going to, I forgot to tell, just in case people don't stay, but I'm actually going to get your August, I'm going to break everybody's August videos into each their own. And I will be getting out August videos for what to expect, what the energy will be, what you can use in the month of August to help better yourself and move forward. And, what's going to be happening with your career and potentially relationships in your life, love or family or whatever. Okay, so what do we have for Sagittarius for the week of the 23rd through the 29th? That's good. Ace of Wands. So a new passionate start for something. Let's find out what supports that. Why the Ace of Wands? So there's going to be either some information, there could be somebody that might be offering you this new offers coming through. So Page of Swords and Ace of Wands, this new passionate start or beginning in some regard. I'll clarify it with a third card in just a second, but it could be somebody's watching you, spying on you. I don't think it's going to be bad though. I think it's in regards to just this passionate new beginning being offered or up for grabs. Maybe this opportunity is kind of starting to be laid out for you. Let's find out what this is about for Sagittarius. For any of you guys that pull cards, do you guys get like this? I don't know. I get this like dizzy type of, like I'm not like on gravity or like I just kind of get this floaty energy whenever I read. And I just started to really focus on it today, going, wow, that's interesting, because it only happens when I'm reading. My neck starts hurting, and I just get this dizzy, like I must be just in the realm or in the zone during it, but it's just this loopy kind of energy that I don't have otherwise. Okay, what is this about for Sag? Oh, so travel. Um, Maybe you're going to be given an opportunity to travel, and this is kind of a new passionate start to something, um, a new beginning that's being offered to you. It says vacation. Maybe you're getting away on a vacation. Do you need a vacation? Travel, vacation, weekend, getaway, moving far away, airplane, and long distance. Yeah, I think that somebody's just been paying attention to you, Sag, and or there's a curiosity of somebody, maybe your person, of if this would be indeed a new beginning for them, moving forward, a new passionate start to, and they're thinking about this, that prosperity, or maybe you're thinking about traveling to somebody, and it's just it's there, the curiosity of, okay, should I go ahead and take this leap? Should I move forward? And with this energy that I explained at the beginning, with it being those three squares, it is going to push you in either deciding to do something in regards to movement. Travel could also be just moving things forward in your life, in making decisions to move things forward in your life. So let's find out about Sag's money this week. Okay, what's happening for Sag's money this week? Okay, my hair is all over the place. Whew. All right, I think I'm going to take a nap after this. My gosh. Long run and then a long read. Settling. That makes sense, actually. That makes perfect sense. So, you want something different, Sag. You're wanting something different. You want change, or somebody wants change and they feel like they're settling where they're at potentially, or you're settling. This could be a job. I mean, it's a business. Um, uh, a guy in a business suit. It says, perhaps it's time to ask yourself if you're getting paid what you're worth. Don't settle for a dead end job where you don't see any opportunity for growth. Though your money is stable, you are not making enough to keep you happy. So maybe you're playing small, Sag. Um, and that's something that you maybe are up in your head about, or contemplating which direction to go, if you should take a leap of faith, if this is going to be prosperous for you. And I mean, but it's saying that with these three cards that you are going to be deciding to move forward for that new passionate beginning, and it could very much be in business, right? Or career, maybe going back to school. You're going to go to school, but don't settle, because you're better than that. Don't play small. um, Especially for any of you guys here watching tarot, you're trying to better yourself. You're trying to find out about people and situations and things about yourself, and to do better, to hope for better and move forward. And just if you're not happy where you're at, or who you're with, or where you live, or what you're doing in career, then nobody has to settle. There's always choices. You're never trapped in where you're at. You do have the ability to um, everything will always work out. And if you're bettering yourself, the universe always works the energy around that to make everything work out. And you have to have that faith. You just have to go for it. You just have to go for something that your intuition is telling you to go for, and you'll just see everything will play out. As long as you are keeping the energy in balance and not climbing on other people, affecting them to get there, because that's just going to bring you bad karma, and then your ass grass that time. Um but if you're bettering yourself in a positive way, in a positive direction, then the energy will just wrap around that and make everything work out. I remember when I was younger, and I would say to my dad, like, okay, something's happened, I can't afford a new car right now, or I can't get a new car, or whatever. And I remember my parents saying, I think it was my dad though, who said, yeah, it was my dad who said, um, just get it and it'll work out. And it always did. Just you might have the buyer's remorse, or you might not think that. And I'm not saying be um, irresponsible, but if it is going to promote your self growth, your enlightenment, for your higher self, for your highest good, then don't stop yourself being up in your head, being in this Page of Swords energy, and stopping yourself from maybe it being a great investment and endeavor. And I think that energy that is leading this week really speaks a lot about pushing you forward in that into that momentum. So, um, cool. Nice. Okay, so there you go, Sag. Now moving on to Capricorn. Caps. Hey, Caps. What's up with you this week? Okay, so this card is like wanting to talk, and it's a big one. Hierophant. So could be commitment, relationships, obligations, traditional values, some type of cultural thing. Let's see. Oh, I need another one of these. Okay, so I picked up the deck, and did you see that this one was left on there? So everything happens for a reason, and I try and go with that. So there's been some burden, this Ten of Wands, in regards to some type of traditional commitment or relationship or traditional way of doing something that maybe is being challenged this week, or this is something that needs to be looked at and thought about, pressed upon in this energy. So let's find out what this is about. Or the burdens of maybe I'm getting the burdens of making a commitment and not being an issue is maybe coming to an end, because tens are about ends and new beginnings in tarot. So maybe just a wise way of looking at something, and the pullback on that, or the energy that has caused such a burden is ending, this week, because decisions are being made, or just a change of mind, maybe. All right. So what is this about for Capricorn? So an ending of attack, physical altercation, verbal attack, one or more people turning on you, and spiritual. Maybe there's a decision that's being made or a direction that you're going that is in regards to maybe a marriage, maybe you're going, or a commitment or a relationship, maybe you're going back to that, or ending the burden of that, um, ending the burden of attack on a marriage or relationship or a commitment. That could be it too. Did I show you these? I'm sorry. I haven't been showing you guys cards, have I? I'm trying. But maybe there's been an attack on a marriage or relationship or commitment, and this has been a huge burden. But that is, tens are the end. So this is maybe coming to an end. Maybe somebody opening up their heart chakra. It says spiritual, maybe opening up their heart chakra and seeing, because this Hierophant card is like beaming. So there's some enlightenment, if you can see it all around here. There's like a beaming of energy, and just, it makes me think of, and then two, if you see at the top, two little stars that are shining. And that, to me, because that's crown chakra, right? That's the head. That's the mind, the third eye, the enlightenment that's coming regarding some type of relationship or commitment, something, values, maybe your own values that have been attacked. It could be that as well. Who you are, if somebody else has turned on you, which, who the F cares? Like, you guys know that I'm very vocal about that. Who cares what they think of you? Who cares? I mean, geez, do you think that I wanted people to like look at me funny when I talk about reading tarot? I didn't choose it. It just kind of, I mean, essentially I did, but I didn't even know about tarot or even this whole spiritual journey thing until 2020. So, like, but I do it because I could care less what people think about what I'm doing here. A lot of times, the ones that are skeptics, actually, I do a read for, and they're blown away that, my kids now ask me to do reads on situations that they're like a little torn about, or trying to understand the energy, because it was real for them. And, anyways, so sorry, Cap. Going back to you, somebody turns on you. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the beginning, to begin with, what they thought of what was going on with you. I mean, who cares? That's the point of these journeys is so that we can become independent of needing external validation, whether it be our families, whether it be our friends, whether it be our partners. It doesn't matter. You validate yourself. It matters what you think of you and what you feel about what you're doing. And if you feel like you're on the right road, and if you're not, then it's up to you. It's your responsibility and um, within your power to change that. It doesn't matter what people think of you or what you're doing or your choices. It doesn't matter. It didn't even matter. And I love my children, but it didn't even matter with my children. I, you know, eventually I was able to show them that, I was going through this awakening, this, enlightenment, that there was more to life than what the box that I was living in. And in the end, it's really helped them because it inspires people when, if you're being attacked because somebody doesn't understand it or they fear you changing and you're changing for the better, they don't like that because it's different. But eventually they will see, and you might even inspire them to become better themselves through, you know, actions that you're taking. And I am on a rant, so I'm going to pull off of it. But Capricorn, um, if that's what's going on, it does look positive because there's a 10 that's coming to an end. Okay, sorry, I reined it in. I get a little passionate, okay? Just a little bit. That's just who I am. Okay, what about your money? Capricorn's money. What's happening for Capricorn's money? You are a promoter. Woo-hoo. Nice. So, promoting yourself. Maybe you've had question of whether, maybe a little afraid to get out there. And my little rant wasn't a little inspirational kick in the booty for you, I don't know what is. But being a promoter means putting yourself out there and not caring what people think. If there is a new idea or project manifesting, know it has great potential for success. So if you have an idea, go with it. Make your own decision, but go with it. Careers in the nightlife industry, events, or restaurant industry could be right for you. Use the law of attraction for money. Be the energy you want to attract. Never chase, just attract. That is divine feminine, divine masculine energy is to, to be your best self. The Empress and the Emperor. There's power in. Sorry about my phone. There's power in attracting and manifesting in, and not chasing. Okay, so that looks awesome for you, Capricorn. Okay, so moving on to Aquarius. Got two more. So Aquarius, we have for Aquarius. All right. What's happening for Aquarius July 23rd through the 29th? I think a lot of third eye awakening, enlightenment is happening this week, especially off of in that card. You can see it right here in her crown chakra. There's also a light in that one about who you are and what you want, your prosperity, and you're just pushing forward. What's happening for Aquarius this week? Ooh, stability. Okay, stability and communication. So communicating about what you feel as being your structure. This could be a home. This could be taking action towards stability and your future and what you find to be balanced and fair. Let me find out what this is for Aquarius. Could be in a relationship because this Four of Wands, I mean, this is the traditional twin flame soulmate card, but there's a heart, right? There's two trees. So this could be in where you land, where you move, where you live, where you feel comfortable. your stable rooted structure of what you want, your legacy, your family, that you're building. um, okay, let's find out what this is about for Aquarius. What is this about? Oh, okay, yeah, that's 3 cards. So again, I mean, that's why Aries ended up with so many, is because these fell out. And as long as there's not 500, then I'll go with it. But okay, so finding stability, no more strife or arguments. The reason I say that is because if you look at the way that I read cards too, you're supposed to read middle, left, and right. Sometimes I start left, but just to get a bigger picture. Um, or whatever, makes sense, or that I'm called to read. And this is past for me. So when I look at it, it's past. So maybe no more arguments, because there's the stability that's also in the past. There is structure. There is maybe getting away from certain people in your life, this new hobby, and lonely. Okay, so potentially there's going to be a change up, and through this communication there's going to be more stability, where you don't feel so alone and isolated, or feel like you can't talk to anybody about problems or issues. There's maybe not going to be a meddler who's trying to advise you astray, um, or somebody who causes issues. Maybe that's going to be out of the picture. You are focusing on some new ways of living, some new hobbies. Um, this is starting some new healthy habits, changing up this mental energy that you've had, being physically fit, and through doing this, getting into new social group. I'm hearing strongly right now, get away from people who bring you down, who bring your vibration down, who in who, if you are trying to ascend and do better for yourself, and you have people around you who are not trying to do that, the first step is getting away from them, because in doing so, then that takes care of the anxiety. It brings down the anxiety, and then that will help your mental energy. You'll become more positive about hoping for better, which will raise your vibration, and raising your vibration attracts in, right, manifestations and abundance. And then it just builds from there, right? It's like the trees, right? The trees that are here. Get away from people who bring you down. Find new friends if you have to, and do what you want. Again, I say it's based on your energy, your intuition, and um, don't take my advice as, as the final. I'm just saying it is proven that when you get away from negativity, and um, if you're good at transmuting negative into power, then that's fine. I can be around negative people and I'm able to transmute it and just work with it. But or walk away from it, right? Get away from anybody who brings you down vibrationally. And if they've done so for a long time, then maybe it's time to think about, transitioning, getting into a new, communicating that you're not stable, where you're at, or you don't feel a sense of security. You don't feel safe here, especially when there is strife, um, in regards to, any type of like new direction you're going, or if they have a problem. Again, like I was ranting about Capricorn, doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It can argue with you and meddle in your business. It doesn't matter. Your choice is your choice. Take it. Who cares? See ya. It's this energy right here that you need to get away from, this strife and this argument, and their thoughts and perspectives of you is not even on the table to argue. Doesn't matter, right? So find your mental energy and your new hobbies, and focusing on you and the things you love and want to do and where to go. And this is going to bring you out of this loneliness, right? It's going to bring you into loving yourself and this self empowerment and enlightenment. Um, Even if you can't fight this right now and standing up for this, you're going to find it within yourself to build yourself to where eventually you can. And saying something or telling people to stay, stay out of your business, you know, won't be as difficult any longer. I have no problems telling people to, you know, um, get out of my business. But I also am not afraid to lose people out of my life because I know that if they're causing problems, then um, and they're doing it they're manipulating me, or they are doing it intently to cause problems, then that's a them ish, and they need to go solve that away from me. That's something that I don't I don't regret losing out of my life. You're trying to set your roots here, Aquarius, and you're communicating that you want the safety and stability. So it might take removing yourself from people. And it might not be permanent, but right now, if they're causing you to stay, in this anxiety state, this is causing you to feel lonely because you're not finding your self-worth and you're not growing. Even though that these trees are on their own, right? Um, this one looks like it still is very happy, and there's growth, and it's surviving, and it's building, and it's growing. And um, just in finding a new hobby for yourself, getting out of this energy by getting away from this arguments and strife and this low energy will bring you out of loneliness. You don't have to have somebody else to um, not feel lonely. You can do this within yourself too, but it does take that first step to get away from that, however you can. Um, Remove yourself from the situation. Okay, let's get a career money card, and then we have one more, Pisces, and then I will let you guys go for the rest of your Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great day. Okay, so what do we have for Aquarius for money? Oh, okay. Parenthood. So this is maybe spending more time with your inner child and reconnect with that young curiosity. I was talking about self, right? Your patient, nurturing, and warm nature would make you a great caregiver or parent. Don't forget to nurture and treat yourself while you work hard towards your goals. I firmly believe that to be a good parent means to love your children, means to love yourself, and that sets a precedence for them. It sets an example. You are an example through loving yourself and being able to have, because you're a human and you're living your life as well, you have the rights to be happy as well and not sacrifice everything for your family or your business. There has to be balance. And um, I think this is about you balancing, like this card right here with um, the two trees, and then the two trees here. This one's just split, and the two hands. This popped over. I don't know why. Maybe I put it down that way on accident, but there's two hands, right? I think healing yourself and your inner child. Maybe you felt lonely when you were a child, and this is something. Maybe there's some abandonment issues that you've had, and so maybe taking time by yourself is going to be hugely impactful for you. And this is going to press you to do that so that you can do that isolation and that self work, and learning that you can self entertain, you can be okay, you can make decisions. I've loved living with Nala, and being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. it's freeing as well. Not to say that, I wouldn't want some type of relationship as well to, live parallel to my life, be, interdependent with me. Um, but I certainly don't want to lose my own independence because, it's taught me so much about myself. And so I think Aquarius, you might be starting to, this energy is going to push you to start thinking about those things, maybe isolating yourself from the noise. Okay, lastly, Pisces. Okay, what do we have for Pisces? So when I picked up the cards, this one was left. So what do we have for Pisces? So some type of loss. Pisces, let's find out what this is about. What do we have for Pisces, July 23rd through the 29th? What's going on for Pisces? Okay, well, that's sticking up. It obviously wants to come out. It wouldn't, yeah, okay, got it. Jeez. Collaborating with somebody, working with somebody, maybe, okay, so let me pull this card. Maybe there's been a loss of some type of working together for you, Pisces, a loss of cooperation, maybe. What is this about for Pisces? Table's kind of a mess. Maybe it's been kind of messy for you. I don't know why I would say that right now, but maybe it's been just overall kind of messy. There might have been yeah, I think that maybe there's been going a different direction or a loss of working with somebody, and it's really caused some loneliness, like Capricorn or Aquarius or Capricorn, now that I said it. But maybe this loss has really affected your mental state. I'm going to pull another one for you for advice. Pisces, as this seems just a little heavier. Let's see, I'm going to pull actually this one because I want to kind of clarify it even more. You've been down. Your mental energy has been affected by this loss of cooperation. Maybe somebody chose to go a different way. Maybe somebody has decided that they're going to be obstinate and not work with you. Maybe there's an issue where you guys are at odds. What is this? Okay. All right. Jeez, the cards just kind of just want to do their own thing. Yeah, there's been some restriction. Trying to manifest has been really hard for you. Trying to bring in this recognition that you've been wanting in, and you've just been feeling so restricted because not knowing which direction to go. Is there an advice card to help Pisces? It's just this sense of losing yourself is what I'm hearing. Maybe you have felt like you lost yourself in some situation, ship or a relationship or some type of business partnership that about moving on, and or somebody else moved on. It's just not working. You took a huge loss, and it's really affected you emotionally and mentally. You're trying to find yourself again, trying to find, maybe you thought something was going to go a certain way and it just turned out so different. What advice can you give Pisces to help Pisces kind of move through this? Okay, thank you. Learning. So this could have been maybe just you were going the wrong direction. This is learning. So maybe this has been a challenge because you needed to go back to school for some type of certificate, or this is a lesson that has taken place. It says going to school, new religion, self-taught, graduating, new hobby, listening to a wise mentor. Maybe you've been led astray by somebody, the wrong direction. This is about um, maybe understanding, learning about this mental state that you've been in, or this losing yourself, and why this happened, and how to, how to move through this. Maybe a counselor. I love counselors. They give different perspectives we don't even think about. So maybe, you know, um, reaching out to talk to somebody is going to help you manifest and, break those ties that bind you with this Eight of Swords, where you won't feel as restricted, and you'll be able to manifest in this recognition that you've been wanting. And it feels like maybe you were just led astray in some, area of your life. Finding a wise mentor versus somebody who has self-interest or self-focus on what they want from you. And taking this loss as a huge learning experience for you to build and become even better and more empowered. This bottom row is a lot about self-empowerment. Let's find out what's going on with your money, Pisces. I think that through finding yourself allows you to dream and put those visions out there. And that's what manifesting is when you put things out there and you envision them happening or coming to you, or you living in those, within those dreams. That's what creates the manifestations. And then you stay neutral for whatever the outcome is going to be. And that's what brings those manifestations in. So, okay. What do we have for Pisces money? Yeah, didn't I say I think somebody's led you astray, unethical? It could be somebody's led you astray, or maybe you made a bad decision about something, or somebody. But this says unethical behavior can lead to some serious consequences. Someone is stealing or lying to you about money. Don't sacrifice your morals for money. So if this resonates with you, no matter what sign, if you feel like somebody has been lying to you about abundance or money, this is confirmation that they are. And you don't have to be a Pisces. This can just be the energy that surrounds this situation. Or if this is you, you can see on his face it says, don't lie. Lies are always found out. Always. So telling the truth, maybe there was just a poor choice that was made because of not putting the correct story out, or not getting the correct story, and it caused some type of loss in your life. And it has halted your ability to manifest in good things. So if you've had trouble, or if your person, or somebody that I'm talking about around you has had trouble manifesting in for them good things, it's because of the root that hasn't changed. And whether that is them not telling the truth, making things up, just feeling like they can just deal with it later, or say they're sorry a million times, does not change the karma that comes and plays out. Even just thinking, not even having to speak, but thinking poor thoughts, or harm or intent, harm, or intently wanting something that is negative or low vibration for somebody else, or in regards to somebody else's, situation, or causing mental issues like this, leading astray. Even just thinking about those things can cause us to create an imbalance, which the universe gets all up and, like crazy ass about that, and up in our business about, okay, so we need to balance out the energy now, because that's the universe's job, and that's when karma comes about, and you have to balance that out. So whether this is you or somebody around you, regarding money, something's not being, there's truth, and not saying something is a lie of omission. So not saying something is also a lie. Saying something incorrect is a lie. Um, and it's causing this restriction of being able to manifest in either money or abundance or prosperity, or, love or whatever. So this is saying, maybe be aware of that, take hold of that, or just be aware of that with somebody around you. So you guys have a fantastic week, and you'll get through this. It's another week of learning and growing, and with these squares, even with these squares, it's going to teach us a lot. So hang on tight, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I really want to build my channel to um, help as many people as I can. Like the video. Again, I ask if you guys have comments or talk to me. I've opened up my comments now. I mean, don't be mean. If you're mean or negative, I'll just block you. Because I don't care about what people think, but I would love to know what is happening in your lives. I want positive energy. Or at least neutral energy, or what you're working on, or how your journey's going, or how you came to tarot, or if you have, read suggestions, that would be great. But I really want to interact with you guys. Thank you for my support system. I'm grateful for everything in my life. And I love you guys, and you guys have a good week, and we will see you later. Bye.